Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
Hey guys, this is Speed from the band Silvertung.
It's great to be chatting this evening. It's been a 2 year break for you guys, and you're back with a vengeance. Can you tell us what can we expect from you, release and tour wise, for the year?
Wow, there is a lot to unpack there. We are geared up for a ton of new music coming out. On top of that, a ton of new touring coming our way. We are already setting up for June and July to tie into August and hopefully September. We'll see what happens with that. We just released a brand new single, Integrity. So we're kind of supporting that on this tour. So we just came off of a 3 week run that was out in the Midwest of the United States. So yeah, we still got our foot on the gas.
Brilliant. Yeah, integrity deals with manipulation and abuse. Something I've been through myself. It's not nice. I think a lot of us have. Um,
No, it's not.
how important is it for you to cover such an emotive and important subject?
Very, because I think this is something that everyone endures in life, and in many different ways. People you can give people your trust, your love, your respect, but one thing that you have control over is your integrity.
Yeah,
Because no matter how much they take away your love, your respect, and your trust, depends on how you react to it. So that depends on your integrity.
absolutely. For me personally, I just got the hell out of the relationship, but yeah, absolutely, man. Okay, so you've released that single. Is there plans for a full blown album then within this year? Do you think?
Not within this year. We're looking for an EP release in 2024. We want to try and release as many singles as we can this year, which is probably only going to be three with the time frame that we have. But we also want to hold back some music this so that no one's ever heard it, when we put it out the EP. So we want to put some surprises in there for everyone.
Cool. So, like I say, you had a 2 year break, and within those 2 years, we've had 3 years of COVID, haven't we? Well, we had the COVID situation. Was it a difficult time for you guys as a band, or did you draw lots of inspiration from what was going on and still going on?
Well, sadly enough, it was an extremely tough time for the band. When everything first started, when we started hearing about COVID and everything, we were still rehearsing and getting ready for a 3 month long run with some talks of the UK. So we were like really excited, and the name was getting out there, and we were starting to explode. And then the regulations came into play, and then right after the regulations, it was like one by one, each member walked away from myself. And they had to go do their own thing, and I totally get it. The problem there was I had the hardest decision to make in my music career, was to either follow suit and pretty much walk away from Silvertongue, or push through the hard times. And so I chose to push through the hard times. So I found four new members, that had the same ambitions, the same goals that I did. So we kind of had to do a reset.
Yeah,
So all the members outside of myself are new members of the band, but going through the thought process after everyone walked away, it's a pretty depressing time, because it was like, do I just give up and go get a 9 to 5 job and continue on with life?
yeah.
Then I started to imagine what my life would be without music. So within seconds, I made a quick decision to stick with it.
Brilliant. So you were on the cusp of getting over to the UK. Is that something that you're hopeful to do?
In the future, yes. I don't feel at this point that we're actually ready for it just yet, but in the future, hope maybe next year. Maybe next year would be fantastic. I think we gotta reestablish ourselves with some UK fans.
Yeah,
Bring that back. Let everyone know, hey, we are still here. We're still putting out new music, and with your help, that's going to be fantastic, I think. So Yeah, we just need to get we just got to get reorganized with our fans over there now. So fingers crossed. Hopefully within 2024 we can get a chance to fly over and say
Yeah,
hello.
that'd be amazing. So, how difficult are you finding it over in the States? I mean, because all the bands are out on tour now, aren't they? So it's like difficult to obviously get venues and that. Is it hard there as well for you guys?
I believe it's still pretty difficult. After coming off of this 3 week run, one thing we've realized is I think people are still hesitant
Mm,
on getting in with crowds. But hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully everyone will be able to reestablish themselves and understand that, you know, it's I get it. COVID was a really, really bad thing. But to me, you can't live life that way.
no.
But that's just my perspective. I will never let anything stop me or hold me back from anything that I want to do. So, but yeah, I mean, and you can notice it even on a larger scale when you have 3 and 4 national bands, huge bands that are headlining acts all touring together.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of know what's going on at that point.
Yeah, and a lot of the bands are even doing their own back line and everything, aren't they? They're sort of doing everything themselves. So yeah, back to the old days.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I remember like 10 years ago it was like this. So it was like you just got to put in the grind, you got to again, we're almost like restarting.
yeah,
So, but that's
absolutely,
okay. It's okay. We'll make it happen.
absolutely. Okay, and so talking about touring, who would be the three bands, ultimate bands to go on a tour with?
Wow. For Falling in Reverse would be one, which is they're pretty much one of my favorite new bands anyway. So, Falling in Reverse, we've done some festivals and stuff with Godsmack and Disturbed and Shinedown, but I'm also a huge Breaking Benjamin fan.
Right.
So I would love to get out there on the road with Breaking Benjamin. And one of my bands that got me started, Alice in Chains. Even though Lane Staley is no longer there, I would still love to tour with him though.
Absolutely.
Five Finger Death Punch, without a doubt.
Brilliant. So what would you say has been your best tour? Sorry, what would you say has been your best show so far then with Silvertung?
I don't think it's happened yet.
Okay.
With the new guys, I think because we are on the Rockfest 2023 this year. I think if I'm not, I think it's going to be our best show. Um, One, we'll be there with Godsmack. We'll be there with Papa Roach. So many large acts, but the main thing is we played Rockfest before, and Rockfest always delivers. The fans are just insane. It doesn't matter if you're a local band of that state or if you're a regional slash national like Silvertongue, or if you're a huge national, these people come together to celebrate one thing, and that's live music.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be our best show, but I will let you know. But as of now, I don't think that show has happened yet.
Okay. So then can you tell me what's been the biggest nightmare then? The worst show you've ever played?
Oh wow. Last summer we toured with Tantric and Smile Empty Soul. And now, mind you, our bus has not moved in 2 years. So when we got out there, it was one issue after another with the bus. The bus kept breaking down. We had a tire. We were coming down the interstate, and I know we were probably doing about 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, and the back tire blew off.
Wow.
So the bus went sideways, slid off to the side of the road. We had to actually cancel one of the shows that we could not attend on that run. But that was probably our worst moments was the last summer going through belts breaking, tires blowing off, the tires on the trailer went flat. It was such an insane moment. I mean, that was the hardest tour that I've ever been on
Yeah.
due to those facts.
Uh-huh. So is the bus gone now? We got rid of it.
No, no. She is a beast, and she's a diesel, so I did not want to get rid of her because the engine is just fantastic. It's
Right.
just maintenance that, setting for 2 years
Yeah.
was unfortunate, but she's back and she's running hard. She just ran these 3 weeks that we just came off of amazingly.
Brilliant. That's good. That's good. All right. And so, if there was a heavy metal song about yourself, what would it be called?
If there was a heavy metal, what?
A heavy metal song about yourself, what would it be called?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good question. I've never been asked this question. It would probably be called Determination.
Cool. Yeah, love it. All right. This is my Belgian friend's question now. Then, so if you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
Oh, I would definitely be a guitar.
Okay. Cool.
A PRS guitar for that.
Cool. Cool. All right. And so, which musicians would make up your all-time star band, with you included?
Oh,
Dead
with
or
me
alive?
included.
Yeah, dead or alive.
Um, Alive or dead?
Alive or dead? Dead or alive? Yeah.
Wow. Um, oh wow. Okay. For sure, Mike Portnoy on drums, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Um, I've done a lot of research in some uh amazing bass players not too long ago. I had to do an article on that. There is a amazing guy. Um, and you guys, I'm sure you guys know who he is. Billy Sheehan.
Yeah.
Um, I never saw a bass player play like that before in my entire life.
Yeah.
They said he was huge in the 80s. The
Yeah.
guy's still huge in my eyes.
He is, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Um, for guitar wise, I'm more of a Slash guy, so I love like anything that Slash has put out. But one of my favorite guitar players is DJ Ashba.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
he actually took Slash's place in Guns N' Roses for a while.
He did. Yeah.
But amazing guitar player. So I would have those guys backing me up, and then I could sing completely out of key and no one would care.
Fair enough. Can you give me 4 words to describe Silvertung?
4 words to describe Silvertongue. Heavy would be the first thing I would say, but diversity would be the second, because we're not just a heavy band. We are a mix. You'll get anything from heavy to a ballad from us.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say heavy, diversity, um, stylistic, and untrendy, because we don't follow the trends.
Best way to be, man. Best way to be. Okay, so now it's 5 questions, either or either. So the first one is vinyl or digital.
Oh wow. Honestly, I have to go with vinyl. Digital's great, but vinyl just has this experience that you just don't. I've never heard as a child, because I grew up in the 90s, so the vinyl kind of really wasn't around at the time.
No.
So we actually just created our own vinyl,
Yeah.
um, and it's amazing. You
Mhm.
do There is no other experience like there is on a vinyl.
It's not. No, absolutely not. Okay, so pizza or beer.
Definitely beer for me since I'm vegan.
Okay. Fair enough. Are you a saint or a sinner?
Oh, definitely a sinner, without a doubt.
Great. Small intimate gig or festival.
Festival.
Okay. And the final one is Joe Biden or Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog, without a doubt. I love Kermit.
Yeah, same man.
I
Absolutely.
just don't understand Joe, so I can't get him.
All right, man. Well, um, so you've released that single. You're not gonna put. You're gonna. When's the next song gonna be released then from you guys? You think?
We're gearing up for late June. Um,
Okay.
we have a small tour right before that. Then releasing the new single, and then we're looking to tour through July into August and possibly September.
Cool.
So around, I would say around late June.
Cool. And are there hopes like to do some live feeds, live streaming at some of your shows?
Yes, we try to do that as often as possible. We did it on accident, one of our friends just went live on TikTok
All right.
accidentally one night, and
Yeah.
she streamed. There was over 5,000 people watching,
Wow.
and they
That's
stayed
killer.
the entire show.
Really? That's killer. That's
And we did a
amazing.
60-minute show that night.
Wow. That's amazing, man. That's
To
brilliant.
capture people for 60 minutes, yeah, that's pretty.
That's, that is amazing, man. Absolutely. All right. And do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Yes, yes. Don't give up on us. We're still here. We're still kicking. We're still alive. I know we haven't made a really good connection in a while, but note to all the fans, these guys are our bosses. The fans are number one. You always be number one. Doesn't matter what a label says to us. Does not matter what a management team says to us. Our fans are number one. And just note, we're just getting started.